The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, Ron here at Ablesys. Welcome to the webinar, and we'll take a look at the charts. It's been a wild couple of weeks, and just been the intraday trading has been nothing short of fantastic. Because of the volatility, it's just allowing these big up and down moves. So it's really been, the signals have just been really helpful. But let's take a look at the longer term also, because Able Trend works just the same, just as accurate, exactly the same for stocks, for futures, day trading, swing trading, long-term trading. It works exactly the same for everything. That's the nice part about it. That's why everybody around the world just likes it for whatever country they're in or whatever markets they like to trade. It just depends on whatever you like to do. Just plug the symbol into Able Trend, and I like what you see here. Obviously, they'll be losing trades. I can guarantee you that. There's no perfect system. There's certainly risk in trading. It's not for everybody trading, but if this is what you want to do, you're gonna find it helpful, I believe. So let's jump in and take a look. And you can compare this to your charts if you don't have Able Trend, or if you do, if you're on a trial right now. Continue to use what you would normally use, or even you can go back 10 years on the charts in Able Trend, on the long-term charts. Just compare your signals or your results to Able Trends. I think you'll see the difference really quickly. That's what everybody does. So it only counts what you think. So let's jump in and take a look. So I got a daily, weekly combination here. We always combine two time frames into one because that's what makes Able Trend so special. We get all these no trade zones when everybody, other indicators and everybody else is, kind of getting beat up in a choppy market and having trouble when the markets are choppy. More than likely, 50% of the time, we're going to eliminate the entire chop, like right there, because we call these no trade zones. When you have red and blue on the chart vertically at the same time, see this little area? You got red dots above, that's resistance. You got blue arrows below, that's support. The arrows are weekly signals, the dots are daily. Well, that's simple enough. We just want to make sure the colors are the same. When there's red and blue on the chart at the same time, stay away. That's a no trade zone. We got literally millions of dollars are being traded with Able Trend every minute of the day. It's got to be very low risk and very accurate to have lasted 25 years with a signal every minute of the day. That's pretty good, we think. But again, only counts what you think. So I'm just showing you the best way to use it. And I'll also do a 15-minute one-on-one trading session with you for anybody that's right now on a trial. I can show you more in 15 minutes than you can do on your own for the whole 1 month trial. So I'll gladly do that for everyone, and that's why I do these webinars twice a week. I do 100 per year for many, many years. I'm here 17 years. I'm always glad to help in every way that I can. I like what I do and talk to some really, really great clients of ours and love it. So let's jump in here, and you can see when we have triple confirmation, we've got a blue bar, we've got a blue daily dot, and we've got a blue weekly dot. When they all agree, it's a buy signal. This is XLE, the energy ETF, just one of my favorites. And up and away it goes. Obviously, it's been on a big time tear lately, and great move right there. So you're in it like 33. Just to keep it simple, we're out at 38. Back in again here at 41. Technically speaking, we're stopped out here because the price is closed, the little line that sticks out to the right, under the previous lower row of blue dots. Not the first row under the price. That's actually a great place to get in. We would exit the trade if it closes under the second row. But I want to show you this here. That's a perfect sweet spot. You've got triple confirmation, blue bar, blue small dot, blue arrow. That's triple agreement between multiple algorithms, multiple time frames. That's an extremely low risk trade. And that's one you always want to jump on when you see that on your chart, no matter what it is, whether it's day trading, whether it's futures, whether it's stocks, swing trading, doesn't matter. That's what you want to see on your chart. That's a that'll always be a very low risk trade. And as you can see, anybody who had our software a month ago, got in at about 42 and a change. Let's call it 43. You're up to almost 52 today. So really, really sweet move right here. And as long as you stay above these blue dots, you're safe. Stay in the trade. Look how the price went right down to the blue dots, bounced off it and went up. Hit the blue dots here, bounced off it and went up. The blue dots will support, that stop or block the prices from going lower. Jump all over that when you see those sweet spots. And the first sweet spot always works the best. The first one in the trend will always be your lowest risk sweet spot. Okay, everybody also likes to day trade. Many people like to day trade with the software. So let's see what AbleTrend signals were today compared to your signals if you're on a trial now or if you don't have AbleTrend. And right here at the open, we actually had a triple confirmation buy signal. I always say to be a little careful at the open, especially when you get these really long bars because you get a volume explosion at the 9:30 open on Eastern time. So here's 9:30 on the chart. 09 is today's date, so it goes by day of the month, and then time, which is the 9:30 New York open. So I wouldn't have taken this. Some people do like to take it, even though it was a winning trade. I'm not going to count it because that you get really long bars. You don't want to, you want to stay away from those. Careful on those long bars. Prices usually reverse a little after you get a long bar like that. So you got to be very careful. See the long bar here, pull back down 2 minutes later. Long bar here, 3 minutes later, 4 minutes later, pull right back down. Short bar, that's where you want to get in, and it's right at the dot. Now it's green. You got to just, everybody has different risk tolerance. So if you have a high risk tolerance, you get in. If you have a low risk tolerance, you don't. You just leave it alone. But that's right at the support, triple confirmation, blue bar, blue 1 minute arrow, blue 2 minute arrow, blue 3 minute arrow. That's a 2 minute buy signal, 3 minute buy signal. It's real simple. Just keep it simple. So many people just make it so much more complicated than it needs to be. If the colors are the same and it's near the dots, you're in. If you have a high risk for tolerance, then you get in on a green bar. And that's, everybody's different. There's no right or wrong answer. There's no, what's better, chocolate or vanilla? There's no right answer to that. It's whatever you like. But the software says it's okay to get in on green. It's much better and lower risk to get in on blue. But this is a beautiful bounce right off of triple confirmation, triple support. And boy, did it just take off like a rocket right after that. When you get two greens in a row, we have no interest before that. We're not going to stay in that trade as long as we got these, again, blue dot, blue 1 minute, blue 2 minute, blue 3 minute. I mean, everything is just beautifully lined up. Now, when we get two greens in a row, just put a stop 2 points below, and we're stopped out a couple of minutes later. Now, but that's a 90-point winning trade AbleTrend gave everyone. 90 points in NQ, which is a much smoother, more profitable chart to trade than ES, because NQ is less choppy. ES is much more choppy and less trending than NQ or RTY. So I would suggest those two. But again, do whatever you like. That's up to you. I'm just making suggestions, watching it every minute of the day for 17 years. That's up to you, whatever you think. But it's a 90-point winner right there. I mean, that's 1,800 in 30 minutes that AbleTrend gave to you, me, and everybody who follows the rules, doesn't trade on emotion, is serious about their trading, and simply took the trade. You just have to be patient and do what it says, not what you want or what I want, because I guarantee if I use my emotions or anyone else, no chance of winning. Absolutely no chance. I mean, anybody get lucky once in a while, but just burn your money because you're just going to blow out your account. Nobody can compare, no human brain with emotions can compare to these algorithms with a 25-year track record. It's just, not going to happen. So, you have it, you paid for it, you bought it, use it. It's to your advantage. The software has no emotion. That's why it works so great. That's why everybody loves it, because it doesn't have emotion. You and I, we have emotion. That's where we all get in trouble. Understandably so. I certainly know that feeling. But if that's the case, day trading is not for you, and there's nothing wrong with that. Do more longer term. Do swing trading, whatever you like. It's much less stressful. Obvious no trade zone right there. Losing trade right there. I tell it like it is. I don't, glossy over the losers. That's not real life trading. I haven't been here this time to we're not here to fool people. That's for sure. We're really upfront, which is very refreshing these days. Losing trade right there. Stop goes just a point above the top of the red, your initial triple confirmation bar, and we lost on that trade. Turned around and went the other way. No trade zone right in here. I'm just going to go through a couple of quick trades because I got to move on. But obviously, one big, gigantic no trade zone. And look how choppy that was. I don't care who you are, what indicator you're using, you lose. Anybody loses during that period. It's just up, down, up, down. There's no pattern. There's no trend. It's just going randomly, erratically, in any which way. You could flip a coin and do just as good, but you have to just be dumb lucky to win during there. But we knew enough, or able trend traders knew enough. Don't trade. It's a very clear and obvious no trade zone. Don't do anything. Leave it alone. It's not going to work. Well, we avoided that mess. You know what it's like to be able to avoid half the chop of the day? Because part of the day is just flat. It doesn't trend all day long. It would be simple then. Everybody would be a winner. You never lose. But if we can eliminate half the chop, we're way ahead of everybody else. There's another perfect triple confirmation buy signal. Stop's just going to go a point or two under the bottom of the bar, and we're stopped out right there. Second lower or previous lower row of blue dots, we're stopped out. So made a couple points. Let's just call it a break even. I wouldn't even count that as a couple of points. Triple confirmation, obvious, perfect textbook sweet spot. A blue bar with triple confirmation touching the blue dot. Woo! Just jump all over that. Can't hit the buy button fast enough because that's really low risk. Just a small winner on that one. Just a small winner. Technically speaking, we've got the two green bars, and you have to be at least 10 points in profit to use the two green bar exit. If you are not 10 points in profit, you do not use the two green bar stop loss. So technically speaking, we made about 10 points. I'm not going to count it. I'm going to count that as a break even. It's like, wow, that's pretty fair. Yeah, I know, because I'm about real life trading, not fake stuff. We're trying to fool people like everybody else tries to do and exaggerate. Hate that. Triple confirmation right there, I wouldn't touch that. Why? Because that's a 40-point price bar. Do you know the risk in a 40-point price bar? You just can't touch it. It's too much risk. It's like, well, it was a winning signal. Yeah, it's great. The algorithm picked it up. I mean, good job on Able Trend. But in real life trading, it's a 40-point bar. I just went over that. How the long bars, those kind of bars. Now, the bars are going to be much longer this year than they were ever before because the VIX is high. It's in the mid-20s, sometimes 30 a couple of days last week. So it's really you're going to get bigger bars. Price is going to be further from the blue dots because of the VIX. But that also means they're going to be much bigger winners. I mean, last week alone was about a $10,000 week. We had one day, that was 5,000. I had emails from people just saying they made the cost of a lifetime license in one day. And they're one-lot traders. They're not big-time traders trading millions. No. One-lot traders. You can't trade less than one, just one lot. But they're very, very disciplined. And they just do what the software says, not what they feel like or what their emotions say. Because as I just said, and everybody knows, there's no chance of winning. That's just burning your money. And again, if you find that happening too often, day trading's not for you. You need to do longer term trading, much less stressful, like stocks or ETFs on a longer term basis. It works great, Able Trend for that. It's what I do all the time. Buy signal there. We've got two. Let's just keep it simple. Well, there's your two greens. We're stopped at right there. Now from there, actually there's the buy signal on the sweet spot. If you get really long bars or you're just ridiculous amount away from the blue dots, just let it go. When in doubt, do nothing. Wait for a sweet spot. If you don't hit it, how big? If it never comes back, although that's a perfect sweet spot, it's touching the blue dots, big deal. There's 10 trades a day. Pick up the next one. That's how you be successful. You got to be patient, and you got to just do exactly what the software said. You got to be a robot. No thinking, just be a robot. And that was a really good trade right there. I mean, that's a nice little chunk of change right there. That's 20 points. It's $400 in half an hour that Able Trend gave to everyone. If you took the signal, triple confirmation sell, everything's red. That's simple enough. It's just red and blue. Yeah, you have to have the colors and the dots and the arrows. They just have to be the same color. And the first time they come together, not down here after it's already dropped 30 points. No. That ship sailed. Too late now. If that's the case, you wait for a sweet spot or a reversal. We have another nice little trade right there. Down it went. And toward the end of the day, there was another really good one. Here's about a break even, obviously a no trade zone. And then toward the end of the day, you got just a textbook perfect sweet spot. Red bar touching the red dot. 1 minute sell signal, 2 minute sell signal, 3 minute sell signal, triple agreement, triple confirmation, down it goes, and a home run in the last half hour, which is usually a really good time to trade. I love the first and last 2 hours of the U.S. trading session, 9:30 to 9:30. Actually, first 3 hours, 9:30 to 12:30, 2 to 4 Eastern. Okay, doesn't get much better than that. Okay, jumping over to the scalp chart. This is strictly for in and out very quickly, very low risk, and very simple to trade. You don't need double or triple confirmation. You just simply, I mean, this is almost too easy as far as the rules. Nothing's easy about trading. The rules, it just has to hit the blue dot and not close under it. You have to wait for the close, because once the bar closes, it'll never change again. Never. That's why there's no cheating. This is the exact same signals you saw at that time. No switching signals, none of that to fool people. You wait for the bar to close, it will never, ever change again. So this is the exact signal that you saw at this time. You can't say, oh, well, you're looking at it after the fact. No, this is exactly what you saw at this time. Because once the bar closes, we don't trade until the bar closes, and once the bar closes, it will never, ever change again. So first trade of the day, we lost. We put a stop loss 2 points below the blue dot, or very simply, if you're watching it, because it goes super lightning fast, if it goes underneath the blue dot, you're out. So we lost 3 points, let's call it 5. But then 2 minutes later, we had a perfect trade right there. Any price bar that hits the blue dot, closes above it. 1 minute later, now this one went up 100 points, which is actually $2,000. However, it's a scalping. We're only in and out in a minute. That's why it's low risk. We're hardly in the market. We're just looking for a 5-point target. You just use a bracket order, and the software and your broker automatically takes you out. You don't even have to sell. Just automatically, if we're in the bracket order, 5 points, you're a $100 winner right there. Hits the blue dot, closes above it. 5 points again is all our target. Winner again, 100. Hits the red dot, closes under the red dot. Don't worry about these blue arrows. This is the scalp chart. We're only in the out for just a minute or two. Hits underneath it. Closes underneath the red dot, winner, $100. Does it again here, 2 minutes later, winner, $100. That's just what we do. We just bang out, we just bang out 5 points. If you're a scalper, if that's your style of trading, you decide. You don't have to fit into Abletrend style. Abletrend will fit your style, whatever you like to do. I'm just showing you what's been working for years and years. Hits the tip of the blue arrow, gets 5 points above it, winner 100. Hits the blue arrow here, goes under the blue arrow, we lost on that trade. Hits the tip of the red arrow, and right in between it, it's the same thing. Goes under it, winner, 5 points, winner. Here, hits the blue dot, closes above it, another $100 winner. Right here, hits the red dot, closes under it, a minute later goes down 5 points, another winner. And that's a losing trade right there. It was a great day again. It's just been fantastic. Again, I got to give the volatility some part of the credit. Besides the algorithms, the buy and sell signals using these algorithms, the volatility's really helped a lot too. So super fair about everything. Here's another trade. The next trade. Oh, here's another one right here. Here's the next trade. Hits the blue dot, closes just slightly above it. A minute later, winner, $100. Hits the blue dot again right here. Let me zoom in closer. 1 minute later, winner, $100. So you get the picture. That's how we do it. Good stuff. Let me just go over a quick question from Mike. Would the Abletrend standalone be an additional purchase from the NinjaTrade add-on if someone wants both? Yes, Mike. It's 2 completely different software packages. Yes, sir. And being that you already have the Abletrend standalone, I could get a nice little discount for you for that. So feel free to give me a call, shoot me an email. Always glad to help. Harry, Ron, you are fixing our psychology too, Walt. You're right, Harry. Good point. You're a smart guy. Ron, you are fixing our psychology, Harry says, too. Also, while training us. Well, you're kind of right, because you know what? It's just not just as much, but there's definitely a psychological part of it because, you and I, we all have emotions, and that's where we all get in trouble. But if you can just kind of focus in on the signals, I mean, just look at the results. I mean, anybody has the software, scroll back, your eyes will pop out of your head. The kind of profits that the software's been banging out every day. And again, I repeat for about the third time, as I do in every webinar all these years, you will have losing days. There's no perfect system. It's just not perfect. So hang in there, grind it. It's a grind. If you want to be successful, it's a grind. Just hang in there, grind it out, do what the software says. You'll definitely like what you see if you're able to do what the software says. And it's really not difficult. It's pretty obvious where the buys and sells and where the stop losses goes. You and I, we have to place the trades. We have to hit the button. Hit the buy or sell button. That part's up to us. Not the software. Software's giving us all the putting the odds, greatly in our favor. We've got to make the trades from there. Mike Z, thanks for another great class. Human nature to exit early is the hardest part to overcome. Yes, sir. You're so right, Michael. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Stay safe and have a good night.